happy Easter or happy Easter weekend, but almost Easter. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm sure you can because I could hear my music. Prepping artist, hello, my dear. Lone Wolf, hello. Loretta, much love, hun. Filipino boy, hello. Wolfang, I see you're bringing a wolf pack in here. Royal Linus, hello. Emma Marco, of course, hello. And ETP, hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I miss anyone? Operator, hello. No, I use StreamYard because OBS does not work for me because the green screen makes my eyes disappear. So OBS is not good for me. Did I miss anyone? I think I got everyone. I think I did. I hope everyone. Oh, no, Dave Simmons, hello. Oh, I'm eating Daryl here. Aaliyah, hello. Thank you. Jeep Girl, hello. Moonsprout, hello. TJ, hello. Good to see you. Does everyone have plans for Easter? I do not have any plans, but I hope all of you guys have plans. I hope that you are hiding eggs for the youngins or helping them find the Easter Bunny's eggs and having dinner with your families or doing a church service. We all know the reason for Easter is the resurrection, which is amazing. It is an awesome message. So please, please celebrate for the reason and have a little fun with it with Easter. Jason, hello. Sergeant Deacon, hello. Welcome, welcome. Daryl and Carol. That's funny. If we prepping artist, if we actually get a second bunny that's a female, we are going to name it Carol. So that's funny. You have two pigeons, Daryl and Carol. But if we get another male, we're going to name it Negan. So it'll be Daryl and Negan. We haven't decided yet, though. But so far, he's doing really, really good. He's actually, right before I went live, he flopped. So if any of you are aware of bunny behaviors, when they flop, it means they're very content. So hopefully when he gets up and moving around, if I see him in the screen right here behind me, I will grab him. And you guys can see he's already grown since the last time you guys have seen him. And he's still on hay and pellets, but he's grown quite a bit, and it shocks me how much bigger he's gotten in the last 2 weeks. So today I'm going to try to do my best to keep up with the chat. I want to bring up a couple topics that I haven't really seen in the news, in central news basically, just to bring awareness to you guys for a reason, and we'll talk about it each one. And then I'm going to talk about some kind of silly things. And then we're going to end this live on a cute video I found that I will have to mute, but I think it'll bring a smile on everyone's faces. But anyways, I'm going to share. I want to talk about some serious things first. I want to get the serious things out of the way. Oh, am I buffering? Let me pause. See if I'm buffering for anyone else. Hello, Yardbirds. Aaliyah, he is cute and he buzzes. So while I'm waiting to see if I really am buffering for everyone, I'm going to tell you guys, he zooms by me. And when he zooms by me, he makes this buzzing noise and he sounds like a bumblebee going by me. And thank you, Lone Wolf. And Moonsprout, prepping artist. Thanks, guys. But he sounds like a bumblebee going by. And I Googled it and I found out that that's him purring. Bunnies purr. I don't know if you guys knew that either. Bunnies purr. They grind their teeth really, really fast and it sounds like a purr. But his purr sounds like a bumblebee going by me at warp speed. It's so funny. And he just runs circles. I'm thinking about uploading a video for you guys, even though it's not really prepping related, but just to give you guys a smile. I don't know if you guys noticed, I have been trying to upload some shorts with some current articles I'm finding in the news and linking the articles to what the short is about. And I'm doing this because with my day job, I cannot go live. I cannot record my voice. So I'm hoping that you guys are okay with the shorts that I'm doing, linking you to the article that I'm finding. And I'm doing this for news that I think is important that you guys should be aware of when I find it. So I'm going to start doing those more often so that I can keep in touch and keep you up to date while I'm at work because I have a regular 40+ hour job. And those of you that know me, I work um, more than 40 hours a week. So it's just very hard for me to be able to find time to record and so forth. But I can do those quick videos from my phone while I'm at work on my break. So I'm hoping you're finding them useful and giving you information you weren't aware of. If not, just keep swiping past it. That's fine too. Let me see. Happy birthday to your daughter, Loretta. Happy birthday. That's awesome. How old is she? Yeah, potty break short. Pretty much, that's what it is. I can't wait to see how old she is. All right, so I'm going to go into the first thing that I want to let you guys know. This is all articles that I found that have come out within this last week. Um, so let me share my screen. Oh, 21. I hope you are taking her out. My mom took me to a casino on my 21st birthday, and it was so much fun. We stayed the night and we gambled, and it was a blast. Being able to spend my 21st birthday with my mother was just amazing. I loved it. So I hope you get to take her out and let her be safe and enjoy her 21st instead of just going out with friends, unless you really trust her friends. But let me share the screen, and I'm sharing this for a reason, you guys. I hope you guys can see this okay. Um, yeah, you can see it. Okay, so this is this just happened recently, and it says that the US did a drone strike and killed a senior ISIS leader who plotted attacks in Europe. I'm telling you this because I don't know if you guys are aware, but it seems like whenever a head person gets taken out with one of these groups, things start kind of kicking off in small doses around the world. So I'm bringing this to your attention so that you know that this happens, so that you can kind of be on high alert of what's going on around you because they do like to take revenge and retaliate and so forth. It doesn't have to be a big, huge event like 9/11. Small little bursts of things around the United States can happen just to disrupt what people do. So I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you this so that you are aware, since the news doesn't really want to talk about it. Everything is Trump right now, and I'm so sick of hearing about it. But just be aware when you go out that this has happened this week, and there is a chance that they will retaliate. Um, and I'll just link this. I'm not going to go through this whole thing. I do know that they said no civilians were hurt, but I'll link this in the description once I'm done with this live stream. You stop sharing that. And then the other thing that I want you guys to be aware of, and this kind of goes hand in hand with thank you, Lone Wolf. I actually have a son that is older than 21, so I very much appreciate that. Um, oh, I pushed the wrong button. No. Okay. So the next thing I want to share, which goes hand in hand with what I just showed you, is Northern Ireland's police have strong intelligence of attacks being planned against officers on Easter Monday. And this is overseas, you guys. This is not a local threat, but this is overseas. So just be aware they are basically um, getting this threat because our fearless leader is going over there to visit that area. I don't know if it is because he's going to that area or what's going on behind the scenes, but they've gotten some intelligence that has basically told them that something is going to kick off And it says police in Northern Ireland have said that they have strong intelligence terror attacks are being planned against their officers on Easter Monday. Police Service of Northern Ireland Chief Constable Simon uh, Byrne said the officers would be moved to frontline duties to counter any potential threats, and a police strategy he said hadn't been used for years. He said that this reflected the exceptional circumstances ahead of this Easter weekend. Speaking of Belfast, Irish Deputy Premier Michael Martin condemned the threat of terrorist attacks as criminality in its worst form and said that it was very evil people who are contemplating this. So it sounds to me like they already know what the plan is, not just that there is a threat, but they're already aware and have gotten some sort of chatter of what the threat is. Um, but it's basically going to be over the time that our fearless leader is over there. So I will link this article too. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, um, but on a lighter note, um, those you guys that eat fish or seafood. Let me say seafood. Let me not say those of you that eat fish on this stream because I know some of you are going to go right into the gutter with that. Um, so JD, hello. Stray Kitten, hello, welcome. Um, California. Do you guys remember when we had all of the crabs disappear during crab season? They were saying that they were all gone. They couldn't find them. They all disappeared. Um, and crab prices from then had skyrocketed. Seafood is fish, but I didn't want to say fish because I have some gutter minded people in my chat. So I was trying to deter that. Um, but crab prices went through the roof when the crabbers couldn't find the crab and seasons got canceled and so forth. The prices still haven't really come down from that situation either. Okay, Aaliyah, I'll see you later, hun. Hudson, hello. I hope you're taking a 5-minute break from your really, really busy workday today. Give the body a rest. Okay, so fish, seafood. Do you guys know? Let me find it. Where is it? Hold on, guys. There it is. Okay, so California, I want this to go away. I don't know how to make this go away. Okay, so California salmon fishers warn of hard times coming as they face a canceled season. So if they have a canceled season, guys, those of you that um, eat a lot of salmon, which I actually really like salmon, if I had a choice, I would eat salmon at least 2, 3 times a week. Obviously, I can't do that because it's very expensive, but it's much healthier for you with the omega 3s, and it's actually very good. This is a side note, but the omega 3s is actually very good to help deter Alzheimer's if Alzheimer's runs in your family. It also helps with memory loss, in case you guys did not know that. Um, so the salmon season, they are on the verge of having a canceled season. And if they have a canceled season, um, our fish prices are going to go through the roof, just like the crab prices did. So I would suggest if you all are big salmon eaters, please go buy it now and put it in the freezer. If you go buy it now and put it in the freezer, make sure that you vacuum seal it so that it doesn't get freezer burnt. But a year, 2 years ago, we warned you um, about prices going up with everything else, and please stock now. And I'm telling you to do this with the salmon, um, fish in general. I would do seafood in general just because of all of the massive chemical leaks. I would get your seafood that you would normally eat and start stocking on it now. Because in 6 months from now, it may double in price, triple in price of the already increased price because of inflation. Yes, those of you guys, thank you for reminding me, you guys. I see you in there. Um, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival on Wednesdays. Well, on Tuesdays, if you guys don't know this, he also does Tuesday streams. So he does Tuesdays and Wednesday stream. And most of you are aware of his Wednesdays. We all gonna die. We all gonna die Wednesday stream, which is just kind of a joke around, laugh around. We all kind of say what we're gonna die of from the nonsense news that we're all being fed. But Tuesday is more serious. He kind of does what I'm doing now is giving you information of what's going on around the world, but he does a way, way better job at it. He researches it way more in depth than I'm able to. I am so grateful for the information I get from him, and that is on Tuesdays. So if you are wanting to watch a stream that is going to give you updated news without scaring the bejesus out of you, check out his Totalitarian Tuesdays live streams. And then if you just want to joke around and have fun and just screw with each other on the chat, we're all kind of a big family where we joke around. If we didn't joke around and be sarcastic to each other, we wouldn't really like each other. So it's at least that's in my opinion. When you're getting a lot of sarcasm from someone, it usually means you like them a lot, and you dish it, you take it. That's on Wednesdays. We all gonna die Wednesday. So definitely check those two out. Oh, yep, Prepping by Faith. That's another one, you guys. Prepping by Faith is back, and she came back on fire. Go check out her message that she just posted yesterday. Um, it is just a very, very powerful, powerful message. Um, I urge you guys to please, please go listen to this message. She took a much needed break and she came back herself and ready to rumble. Basically, she came back um, with the power of God in her. Boy, I tell you, it was just a very, very powerful, faithful message. It was amazing. I loved it. So definitely go check out her most recent video if you have not checked it out already. Tiger 454. Hello. Yeah, I we're all pretty sarcastic in any live stream there, Yardbirds. I agree with you. Um okay, so do you guys remember also I touched on this a while back um about the FDA was working on approving not the Plan B pill, but an actual abortion pill. If you guys have followed me for a little while, you know that I said they were working on this. It's not come to the counters yet, it's not come to the courts yet, but they were working on this. Well, it's here. It's here. So I was really, really hoping that it wasn't going to come to light, um, but it has. So this is they talk about the over-the-counter birth control pills. However, and I'll link this article. This is actually the abortion pill that they are talking about, and Texas right now is fighting against it. Which I have a short, I think, coming out tonight, which is going to link to that article about what the abortion pill actually is. Um, and the abortion pill is it's not like Plan B. So Plan B is if you take Plan B the day after you have intercourse, it prevents anything from sticking. Okay. The abortion pill is it comes in two pills, and this is normally the non-surgical way if you go to a clinic that they will perform an abortion, but you are doing it under supervision of medical staff so that if anything goes wrong, they are there to help you in case you hemorrhage or have a reaction or something goes south quick. They are there to help you. So this pill that they are now approving, or two pills that they are now approving to be over the counter, is you take the first pill and it basically ceases the life within it. Um, it basically, guys, it kills the baby. I'm just gonna not be politically correct. It kills the baby. Okay. Then the second pill that comes with it, your body gets rid of it. It forces a miscarriage. Okay. The problem with this, well, there's a lot of problems with it, but the biggest thing about this pill is, or these pills, you can take them up to 10 weeks of pregnancy. And if any of you have had children or you've ever been pregnant, you know that at that point there's life. I mean, there's life from the beginning, but there's truly life where you can actually see, kind of what's going on at 10 weeks. You see the little bean, and it is that they're allowing this up to 10 weeks. And if they're going to allow it now at 10 weeks, and they're allowing medical surgical abortions even farther along, you know, when are they going to keep pushing it, the limits, to allow this pill at, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months? When are they going to stop with this? They've already approved this over the counter where they can do this at home. No medical overseeing, no professional staff. In case anything goes wrong, you just go home and take it, and hopefully, good luck to you. There's also a lot of clinics, from what I understand, they will give you some sort of counseling before you go through the procedure. I don't know if they still do that. I know they used to do that. And this is not like that. You literally can go into a Walgreens and buy this over the counter, and go home and live with your decision instead of thinking on it, or getting some real therapy feedback on it. Um, so it's here. I warned that it was coming, and it came faster than I thought it was. I thought it was going to show up at the end of the year, and we're not even 6 months into the year, and it's already here. Thankfully, I think it's the Texas judge is pushing back against it. So we will see where that goes. But this is already approved. It's already going out. So it's going to be based on the states fighting back. So when this does roll out to your state, I'm asking you to please get involved. Um, they want to talk about, there's a lot of talk about abortion saving women. But if they are giving this pill over the counter and there's no medical staff to help them at home if something goes wrong, how many more women are going to die from taking this pill that would normally have to be taken in an office with professional staff? So please, if this comes to your state, or I should say, when this comes to your state, because it will roll out, get active, get involved, get a hold of your legislation, speak your piece. Um, don't be violent though, but please be vocal, because a whole lot is possibly going to go wrong with this. There's a good chance that something is going to go wrong with this. Um, they've had it all these years in the medical office for a reason. Uh, any of you that have had miscarriages know that those can go terribly wrong. Um, this is basically causing a miscarriage, farther in your pregnancy. um, yeah, I wish women would close their legs. There's not a whole lot of that going on with the younger generation, unfortunately. Yeah, Hudson, social decay of America. It's absolutely true. Um, teach your kids. I mean, teach your kids. Let them know. Let them be aware of the evil in the world. And I know when we were younger, we always heard from our parents and our grandparents the good old days. We're going to be the ones saying that, but we have to educate our children now before somebody else does. Teach them, right from wrong. Teach them um, the possible outcomes of their actions, and things that they may decide to go do behind your back medically. Just let them know. The more you inform them, the more educated they become to know what's right and wrong, and what to do, which path to take. Let me see. Let me catch up on chat here. It is really hot in this room. I should have turned a fan on. Um, yes. Diane, Satan is running rampant. Yeah, chill pills. Well, they have them. They have different ways of chilling, um, but definitely nothing that the government would give out. Yeah, Hudson, that's right. Government doesn't care about you. Nobody's coming to save you. That's very true. I've preached about this for a long time, over and over again. It's about the money. The the more that they can make you sick, the more that they can make you reliant on them, the more they're going to do to get your money. And when the money's all gone, guess what? You're gonna have to work that debt off somehow, and it's just gonna be terrible. Yes. Okay, Diane, exactly. Thank you for sharing that. That's exactly right. So at 10 weeks, I'm very, very sorry to hear that. Nobody should have to go through that. But you understand at 10 weeks, this pill can be taken up to 10 weeks. So now you understand um, what can happen, what can very seriously happen and go south quick. It can truly kill somebody. And especially if you have a young daughter, okay? Let's say you have 14 kids nowadays, 14, 15, getting pregnant, and they don't want their parents to know. So they go to CVS and just like going and getting a pregnancy test that they had from their parents, they just go to CVS or Walgreens and they buy now these pills and they take these pills. So if these girls have a situation like that where they start hemorrhaging, they're probably not going to tell their parents. If they didn't want to tell their parents they're taking this pill, they're going to do everything they can to hide this, problem that's happening because they are not going to know if it's normal, if it's not normal. And you could lose a child because they don't know. And, Hudson said it. Government doesn't care about you, but they're sure going to push this out. They're going to tell you on one hand, abortion saves lives, but then they're going to, give this ridiculous medication to anyone that could kill them. It doesn't even make any sense to me. Yep, we will be our own first responders. Make sure you have skills or learn skills. Um, yes, I agree with that. I think if more women knew how an abortion felt, they would be less likely to have one. Also, how they are conducted. I think that this is my opinion, strictly my opinion. I think if a woman wants an abortion, they should be forced to hear that heartbeat first and then go home and think about it 24 hours minimum. They should hear the heartbeat, see the bean, and then go home. And then I will bet you after that, I think a lot of people would change their mind, or at least I would hope that they would. Yes, they make money with treatments, not cures. They, I believe they have cures for pretty much everything out there that's incurable. They just make more money drugging people up and giving them the treatments and giving them the therapies than they would curing the illness. Yeah, Diane, I'm so sorry. I couldn't imagine that. I really could not imagine that. And you are a strong woman to be able to share that with us. I'm going through comments, guys. Give me 1 second. Yeah, there's a lot of medications they said were supposed to be safe. A lot of them. Yeah, cancer. I agree with that. They do have the cure, but they're not giving it out. There's no money in it. There's no money in it. Okay, so speaking of medications, let me move on. Speaking of medications, you guys know that fish antibiotics, I think in June, you're not going to be able to get without a prescription. Um, So now that they are going to be doing that to limit what we can get, now they are pushing that we are in the post antibiotic era for any future deadly superbugs. So we all know that there are viruses that are oh, I can't think of the word right now. Basically, antibiotics don't work. Um, we know that there's quite a few of them out there, and we also know with any medication, if you take it every day regularly, you're going to become immune to it. It's not going to work anymore, and usually they have to switch medications. And some people metabolize medications faster, so what works for me for a year may only work for someone else for a month until they have to switch. Well, now since, antibiotics are becoming few and far between to be able to get a hold of, and now they are on to people getting the fish antibiotics, and they are going to be limiting that in June, tongue tied. Um, Now they're pushing the whole post antibiotic era and telling everyone something is coming, but guess what? Your antibiotics aren't going to work. And we have to work really, really, really hard to get a better drug out to you guys. Sounds like what they've done in the past. Like, oh gosh, darn it, we have this horrible virus and we have to make this vaccine really, really fast to fight it. And then, gosh, it's going to change and we have to come up with a new vaccine and we have to push it in everyone's arm every 3 months. Well, guess what? Now they are saying that drug resistant. That was the word I was trying to find. Um, Now they're saying that we are in the era of drug resistant, antibiotic drug resistant times. So, whatever comes in the future, antibiotics are not going to work. So, we have to work really, really hard to make new, stronger medicines really, really fast. And what do you want to bet that they're going to come out and they're going to put the mRNA in these? Here, I'll slow this down. I shouldn't pop this around so you guys can read it. I'm not going to read it, but I'll let you guys read it. And then, of course, I'll post it um, in the description. Yeah, I'm not taking the vaccine either. Um, so I believe that they're going to come out with medications that have the mRNA. And I think that they may have already started doing this, but I think that they're going to put this out without telling anyone right away. And then they're going to, when they do tell people that it's in there, they are going to come back and say, "Oh, it's perfectly safe because we've already, done it in this medication and that medication." And it's going to be simple medications like over the counter. I think it's going to be in like your headache medicines, your acid reflux medications, like things like that. I think they're going to start introducing mRNAs into our over the counter medications. So when they come out with these new prescription meds and people don't want it, they're going to say, "Oh, no, you know what? You guys have already been taking it. You're fine. It's okay." Um, so just be aware that this is a narrative that they are starting to push. Hold on, I'm trying to get back to it so I can scroll down for you guys. Um, just be aware that this is what they're going to push now. So um, start reading your ingredients, not just in your foods. I know that a lot of us channels have been talking about that for a while to read the ingredients in your food because there are some new ingredients that are starting to show up in our foods. But start reading your medications too, your over the counter medications for the ingredients, and see if there's anything new popping up or any of the bioengineered, all of that stuff. Make sure that you start reading your labels because they're slipping stuff in um, already to our foods, which I was shocked. I had to verify it myself, and sure enough, but I think they're going to start slipping it into the medications too. Outlaw, hello. You're late. You have to go sit in the corner in a timeout. Um, I just find that kind of scary. Yes, Dawn, exactly. There is herbs for everything. I wish I could put up as many herbs as possible that I have not only knowledge on, but also some I'm new to that are in my book. But there are just so many. Um, there's just so many. There's not enough time in a day to get them all up there. All right, I'm gonna close this out. I'm sure you guys have read this. If you've not, you can finish reading it um, in the description when I add it. Um, TJ, um, if you email me, you already have my email address. Email me and I will tell you, I will share with you my information and then I will try to get some more for some other ones. But I have some links that I can send you that give you dosing and so forth as well that I can share with you. And that will help. I am one that um, does stock the fish antibiotics just because I hate going to the doctor. I don't like bothering my doctor for little things when big things, people could need them for big things. So I take a lot of things into my own hands. I do my herbs, and if my herbs don't work, then I go to my antibiotics. As far as any of the other medications, like for cattle and so forth, I am not familiar with that at all. But I could probably at least point you in a direction to help you out there. Um, I am going to put you in a corner. Yes, that's a great point, Yardbirds. Nothing changes into a new species. It's still the same species. It just might look a little bit different. So, yeah. Um, Yeah, you can store your herbs too. If you can't grow them in your area, you can always buy them and store them. But a lot of the herbs you can grow, if not outdoor, indoor, or you can go forage for them. Start looking for these herbs in the wild. I'm not eating grass, but actually, fun fact: all grass. I learned this in a foraging class. All actual grass is edible. I did not know this. All actual grass is edible, and the difference to or the eh, to find the difference between um, actual grass and weeds is grass is a tubular shoot, and everything else is the flat grass. So the flat grass is not edible, but the ones that are actual um, tubular are edible. I didn't know that. I learned something um, new. All right. Bye, Filipino boy. I will talk to you later. Yes. There's actually also herbs that you can get that are from algae that do that same thing. Tubular, totally. Yes. I'm big on herbs. Um I've seen too many of my friends get handed out prescriptions like they were candy, eh, to include myself, in the past where I'm done. Like, I don't wanna be dependent on prescriptions. I'm not saying that I never ever take over the counter medications, but I will do my best to try not to. I will do my best not to take prescriptions. If I have to, go to the doctor. I'm fine with antibiotics. I get antibiotics. But when they want to prescribe me pain medications and so forth, I will get it to have it on hand prepping wise, but I prefer not to take it unless I absolutely have to, and it takes a lot for me to have to take it. I have a really, really high pain tolerance, so, um, I don't I don't take it if I don't have to. Okay, so I wanna keep moving, guys. I wanted to show you guys this. This is kind of funny, but it's kinda not. It's actually really gross, but I thought it was kind of funny the way that they, um, pulled the curtain back on this. Let me find it. I should have worn my glasses. Hmm, here it is. Elephant in the dining room. Startup makes mammoth meatball. Okay. They made this huge, huge meatball. Speaking of things in your food, and it is made from lab created meat. That meatball looks just gross, anyways. But if I look at it and think that it's like a big ball of brownie, then it would look good. But that meatball as a meatball looks really gross. So in Amsterdam, it says throw another mammoth on the Barbie. An Australian company on Tuesday lifted the glass cloak on a meatball made of lab grown cultured meat using the genetic sequence from the long extinct pachyderm, saying it was meant to fire up public debate about the high tech treat. So they have literally taken cells from an extinct animal and grew it in a lab in a petri dish and made a big old meatball for people to eat. Doesn't that sound amazing? I would love to have two of them, please. Well, not really, because then that'd be a whole different debate. But um, yeah, yeah. So they are taking cells from now extinct things and forming food. So, what is in your food, guys? Are you reading your ingredients? Are you aware of what that bioengineered food is in there? Because it just says bioengineered. And now, as you can see, they are making meatballs after extinct animals' cells and making food. Sounds delicious. So it says livestock doesn't have to be killed to produce it, which advocates say is better not just for the animals, but also for the environment. Isn't that great? Values publicly available genetic information from the mammoth, filled missing parts with genetic data from its closest living relative, the African elephant, and inserted it into a sheep cell. Given the right conditions in the lab, the cells multiplied. They mutated too in my book, but multiplied until they were enough to roll up into a meatball. Yep. Isn't that awesome? So, you guys could probably place that order if you want a huge lab grown mammoth, genetically multiplied cells of an extinct animal's meatball. Wonder how much something like that would go for. Although they are really, really huge. So, anyone who doesn't actually have a huge set could probably order these so they can officially say they have a huge set of meatballs. Just saying. Yeah. All right. So let's go on to the next thing that I thought was nonsense. Now we're in the kind of nonsense things. Um, this is also overseas, but as as you guys know, a lot of things that happen overseas happens here eventually. Okay? So, let me find this one. Mm. Okay. So the government in the UK wants to ban wet wipes that have plastic in them. They're going to try to pass legislation to make places stop making wet wipes that have any kind of plastic ingredient for the environment, which I thought was strange. And I know this is silly, but if you think about it, probably most of our wet wipes have some sort of plastic in it. So if they go in and they take away all the wet wipes, that's going to cause somewhat of a problem, I think, especially for people that go on the wilderness and camp and so forth. I don't know if you do this. I do when I go camping. I bring wet wipes because if there's no shower, then I take a wet wipe shower. And if you do go camping with people and you don't take a shower and you don't bring wet wipes, I beg you to please start taking wet wipes because nobody likes a smelly friend camping with them. Just saying. But the government has said that it'll launch a public consultation on plans to ban plastic wet wipes, which clog up the UK stores. But opposition parties pointed out that the Conservatives first waged war on wet wipes in 2018. So they went and had a big old fight about wet wipes in 2018. And then they had another big old fight about wet wipes in 2021. And now they're at it again because there are not more important things in the world to worry about, like, I don't know, labs growing mammoth meatballs. Maybe you should kind of focus on that, on how wrong that is, instead of wet wipes that might have some plastic in it. So, yeah, there's a big old war about this. They are literally planning on also increasing tougher enforcement on those who pollute. Isn't that nice? Which pollution is bad, but they are just taking this to a whole other level with um, environmental friendly, the deals, the um, everything else, which is actually going to bring me into my next funny thing. Um, but yeah, what do you guys think? What do you think about them trying to get rid of the wet wipes now? I I guess for babies, I mean, we went back in the times where like diapers, diapers, people, disposable diapers, a lot of people couldn't use or didn't have back then. So, reusable was fine. People will have to go back to old fashioned, washcloths and so forth, which isn't terrible, but that's going to add a whole lot more laundry, which probably isn't going to be good for the environment either. So, um, you're going to run the more electronics and more soaps and so forth. So, is it really that big of deal? Just, you know, upgrade your systems to where it catches the wet wipes for the people that do throw them down the sewer system. Nobody wants to upgrade anything. They just want to prevent people from using anything, which I don't understand it. Yeah, still chemtrailing, climate change. Yep. All right. So this is my last funny. Speaking of saving the environment, I could not believe this. I couldn't help but laugh. Um, and it really made me wonder they are, how far they're going to push all this environment, saving the environment stuff. Okay, you guys ready? I thought this was so funny. Dairy cows could be fed methane suppressants in bid to cut down on greenhouse gases. So now they're talking about giving cows Gas X to save the environment because they fart too much. Hmm. Yeah. So the cows farting wasn't a problem, 100 years ago, but now it's a huge problem that they want to start giving the cows Gas X. Could you imagine being the one that had to feed them that? Like, "Here, you're a little gassy. Take your Gas X today. No tooting for you." This is how far they're pushing this. Going to encourage the use of suppressants when they become available in the UK market and believe that they could help UK to achieve net zero by 2050. Net zero. Carbon footprint, guys. Net zero. Does that mean that they are trying to get the cow farts to zero or the cows themselves to zero? Think about that by 2050. And then they're going to be serving you the mammoth meatballs, lab grown meats, which they're already starting this stuff. They're already adding crickets to the cricket flour and the whatever the other bug is flour to foods. They're slowly implementing this stuff, but they're giving dates. They gave the date 2025. They've given the date 2030. And they're now giving the date 2050. Um, Pay attention to these dates, and then pay attention to the little things that they're doing to implement these agendas to make sure they're on track for those dates. So the government says it's planning to encourage the use of supplements which can be made out of chemicals or natural ingredients such as seaweed when they become available on the UK market. So it took, when I had talked about the other pill that's over the counter, from when I found it that the FDA was considering it, it took 2 months for them to put it over the counter. So I'm going to say that this is going to go through probably faster than the other one. Cows produce methane through digestion and release it mostly through silent burping as well as farting. In case you guys didn't know that, that's how they get rid of their gases. Scientists say the world's 1.5 billion cattle, each producing up to 500 liters of methane a day, are significant contributors to the climate change. Who measured cow farts to figure out that measurement? Who has that job? And I hope it pays a buttload. No pun intended. Yeah, I'll post this link too, guys. But I definitely would not want that job. You'd have to stand behind like um, a cow with some sort of meter measuring how big its fart is or something. Or like in its face. How big is its burp? How do you measure that? How do you measure a cow fart? I'm sorry. That was just a whole long discussion on farts, but yeah, I wouldn't want that job. Yes. Where'd it go? Prepping my faith. Exactly. Natural and unnatural. You caught that, right? We are going to stop something that is naturally happening with some unnatural medications that are probably going to cost money. It's all about the money. Yeah. Counting cow farts and how big they are. I will eat cow meat still. I will still eat cow meat, and I will still eat pork. I will still eat fish. Um, they are going to have to pry the bacon out of my cold, dead hands because I love my bacon. Yeah, exactly. Let them fart. And when, you guys, I'm sorry, when are they going to say, when they stop all the cow farts, I'm sorry, that it wasn't enough and now they have to stop people from farting? And then how are they going to come back and say, "Oh, we know you did. We know you did. Shame on you. You're killing the environment." It's never enough. They're going to constantly um keep pushing that. Could you imagine that job too? Having to supervise to make sure that people aren't adding to the problem? Cow shaming. Yes. Hey, Moldy Soldier. We are talking about cow farts. You came in at the perfect time. Ah, did they really? I hope so, because I really would not want that job. I would not want that job. Let me see. All right, we're at the 1 hour, you guys. Do you guys have any question? Yeah, fart tax. Do we have any questions, you guys? Any questions at all? Any last comments? Uncle Charlie, hello. I didn't see you sneak in here. Yeah. Yep. And some people are going to have to pay more taxes than others if they do that. Just saying. Because some people have really, let's just say they're going to pay a lot of taxes. All right. I don't see any questions, you guys. Yeah, fart meter underwear. Or they're going to make you take a pill. They're going to make you pay for a pill required by law that every time you fart, it like blows out like purple smoke or something. And then everyone will know you farted, and then everyone will turn everybody in. Wouldn't that be funny? Yeah, methane detectors in the home. Yeah, I don't know what this world's coming to, you guys. Um, I hope you guys got a little giggle out of that last article. Uh, it was utter nonsense, and my mind just went crazy thinking about who had that job. How would you even apply for that job? What are your skills? Like, whenever you go in and for a job interview, they ask you, what are your skills to have this job? What skills would they say they had to get that job, to be a fart detector and a fart measurer for cows? You're like, oh well, my husband farts a lot, so I know how it works. Like, what kind of skills do you have to get some kind of job like that? It just, yeah, that whole thing just made me chuckle, and to even make news was even more mind blowing. But I guess if it gave us a good laugh, I'm all for it, because we definitely need laughs. We definitely need not take life so serious all the time. Have some fun, and just take time out from prepping sometimes and regroup. Enjoy your life. You guys know I like to go out with my family. Sometimes I take a break. Breaks are needed. Don't get so consumed in all of this that you don't take time for yourself, your friends, your family, um, yourself. And if you are a Christian, make sure that it doesn't get in the way of your relationship with God. Easter is all about the resurrection, which is amazing, amazing gift given to us. Um, we we wouldn't have a chance if it weren't for that gift. The whole thing, the dying for us, sacrificing himself, um, and raising to defeat death. So cherish the day. And I am going to end on this other note, or this other video up here. I can't play it with sound, but you guys can see. Um, I'll close out with it. Basically, the London Zoo gave their animals some Easter eggs to play with, and they are absolutely adorable. So I will play that for you guys. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys for being here, and be safe, be aware, be alert, um, and enjoy the holiday. And I will see you guys later. Bye, guys. Do you guys want to see Daryl real quick? I forgot. Real quick. Real quick. For those of you that are still here, I'll show you Daryl how big he got. Hold on. Look, you guys. Look how big he got. Just in 2 weeks. He's so sweet. I see him. Okay. I showed you. Bye, you guys. Happy Easter.